How you doing? It's Cam McCarroll. I'm here writing blogs, and I thought I'd start to make some videos. So I'm going to be doing some videos here to talk about some of the things that are happening with Hamilton and provide some economic and property-specific updates. So it's been a while since I've done any updates with Harbour Properties. It's been a busy time this year. Lots of growth. I've got some people I'm working with. Our team is growing. We've got Heather and we've got Dana working with us, and also I've got an administrator as well working for Harbour Properties. So lots of changes, lots of growth. Hamilton itself is doing really well. Lots and lots of action out there in terms of sales and competition, and lots of growth, which I'm sure many of you are already aware of. But I'd like to give you guys a couple updates in terms of things that are happening in Hamilton. Rental licensing is something that I want to talk about. It's been on the radar for a while, and the last meeting was December with the City Council, and they basically had an avalanche or a tsunami of opposition at that meeting, and basically what they resolved to do was to reconvene in June. The next meeting is going to be June 18th, and at that meeting the Real Estate Board, the Hamilton District Apartment Association, they're going to be presenting their concepts and theories or solutions to or alternatives I should say, to the rental licensing proposition that the city's put in. So stay tuned for June 18th. There's no word yet on what's actually going to happen. We don't know for sure, for concrete. My personal feeling is that it's going to be some muted version. I sincerely hope it's going to be a muted version of the proposed rental licensing that they put out earlier, late last year. But we won't know for sure. Do come to the meeting if you're want to get involved. Participation means everything for the City Council, for them. If citizens are out there in droves, it makes a big difference. Like the last meeting, it was packed. So that's really going to be the next big point for the rental licensing conversation. At that meeting, they're going to decide which direction they're going to be taking with rental licensing in Hamilton. So stay tuned. Some economic highlights in Hamilton. Earlier in the year, CMHC gave Ontario the title of fastest growing economy in Ontario for 2013. So I'm not sure how we've been doing in terms of actual numbers, but things are looking really good in Hamilton for economic stuff. Ontario, it's actually, Hamilton is expected to grow at 2.5% GDP this year, which is the highest in Ontario. So anytime you're in an area where you have the highest growth in the province, you're in a good area, because that equals jobs. Jobs drive housing prices, and that means you're going to see appreciation in your real estate. So that's good news. The other thing is that the CMHC has an annual statistic that it profiles municipalities. And I like this one a lot because it actually is a diversity index, and it ranks the city based on its diversity of employment, diversity of industry, basically. So what are the jobs? What's the makeup of the employment landscape in the city? Hamilton fared pretty darn well on this. The ranking is it's 1.00 is completely diverse, so the optimal diverse economy. 0.94 is what Hamilton got. So 0.94 is almost right up there to a completely diverse economy. Compare this with, say, Ottawa, which is a 0.35, Calgary, which is at 0.81, Halifax 0.88, Toronto 0.88, Hamilton 94. That's pretty impressive, when Hamilton was considered a steel town industry for many, many years. And so what you got going on is a diversification of the economy. So creative industries are a big part of it. Health sciences are a huge part of Hamilton's economy. Advanced manufacturing from the McMaster Innovation Park. So there's a lot of new developments. Canada Bread, there's some industry moving in, lots of new different types of jobs. Industry is no longer the primary driver of the Hamilton economy. So that's basically like an ecosystem. The more diverse your economy is, the more it can weather changes in any storms or any fluctuations in the marketplace or in the ecosystem. So that's good stuff for Hamilton. Another thing is transportation update. Metrolinx has announced that the GO station is coming to James Street North. It's official. It's going to be done before the Pan Am Games during 2015. So that's good news. It's been funded. But not only is it going to be a station, it's going to be actually a mobility hub. So a mobility hub is something much more broad in scope, and it allows for much more intensification and development within around the station itself. There's only a few of these mobility hubs in the province, so most of them are stations. Then you get these mobility hubs, which are targeted areas of intensification. So again, it's a really cool thing for the North End and for the James Street North area in general, where already there's a ton of action in terms of the artists and the development and the lifestyle. So having a mobility hub is something quite exciting for the area. There's been a bit of a hiccup with the 20 trains a day. Just now they're saying that 20 trains may not be happening a day until later on. They're committing to 2 or 4. Is it 2 in the morning, 2 in the afternoon, or 2 in the morning and 4 in the afternoon? But it is a lesser version of what was expected right away. I have no doubt, in my opinion, that there's going to be 20 trains a day to Toronto. They've got to work out some things with the CN rail yards in order to make those trains more accessible. But long term, that's going to happen. And everybody wants it to happen. You can definitely count on full day service at some point in the future. But the station is being built, no question. Metrolinx has stated that the big top projects in the province are Hamilton Rapid Transit and LRT. There's no guarantee we're going to get LRT, in my opinion. It's still very contentious in terms of the amount of money that's got to be spent from the city. The city doesn't want to pony up as much cash, of course, and the province isn't stated yet that it's going to do it's going to pay the ticket. But hang tight on that, and I'm optimistic it'll happen, but I'm not holding my breath. So Hamilton's got a lot going on without LRT. It would just be a real cherry on top. Some other things, the project pipeline for 2013, there's been a lot of new stuff going on. Pan Am Stadium's getting constructed this year. The McMaster Downtown Campus with 450 jobs is getting completed this year. There's some condos going up, some hotels. There's a new grocery store downtown, which is the first in a long time that the downtown has at a grocery store. So the Hamilton Economic Development Office has done a great job of bringing in that. Or they put an incentive out there, and somebody, I guess, I believe that they took the incentive. Acclamation Lofts, which is a big condo project right next to, right near on James Street North, it's going up. The residences at Royal Connaught are on pre-sale, and there's a whole slew of the Whitten Lofts, the City Square, and the Stinson School are going to receive their first tenants. So there's also some new office tenants coming in and some new restaurants in the core. This is all downtown I'm talking about, so it all bodes very, very well. So just an update, and stay tuned, and I'll be giving you updates, I'm sure, after the meeting at City Hall on June 16th, or June 18th actually, June 18th. But until then, if you have any questions about real estate in Hamilton, feel free to contact myself at Harbour Properties, and you can use the contact form up above. Thanks, and take care.